Well, it's hard to imagine diving in the Florida Keys without coral reefs, but the reality of that is slowly sinking in. The amount of living coral left on reefs in the Keys has been dropping at a staggering rate. I dove in the water to uncover the reason for this complicated situation that many are reluctant to talk about. If you've ever wondered what life looks like in the Florida Keys, look no further. Diving is the engine here, throttling an economy built around the last living coral reef in North America.
If we don't have diving, what is there to do in the Keys?
Captain Katie McHugh knows it well.
Lukey Reef is the best reef in all the land.
Barring weather, she's made this trip to Lukey every day for 4 years, taking nearly 25,000 divers and snorkelers a year.
First 3 years I was here, I would come to the reef and it looked like it snowed down there. Everything is just white, including the fire coral.
Not exactly what she expected. It turned out to be an issue isolated only to September when water temperatures rose and stressed out the coral. But it's only a fraction of a catastrophic problem that many tourists who dive here don't even know.
The big change has been the loss of coral. This reef here at Lukey used to have 70–80% coral cover. It's down to 5% or less now.
We dove in for a closer look and found alarming images. What you're looking at is mostly algae, which covers virtually all of this reef at Lukey. It is the dominant feature. There's barely any coral left. In fact, reefs in the Keys have the lowest coral cover in the entire Caribbean region, according to Dr. LaPointe. And what's worse, this is the same reef over a decade ago in 2004 when we featured it as one of the most attractive reefs in the world, full of coral and fish.
Well, the big hammer has been water quality.
It's deteriorated so bad that Dr. LaPointe, who has studied this particular reef for 34 years, wonders if it will ever return to a fraction of what it was. We've
lost corals, big, giant brain corals, 6 feet tall or higher, that are hundreds of years old.
What's driving down the water quality? LaPointe says a number of factors. Like Everglades freshwater runoff from Lake Okeechobee, which hits Florida Bay and heads right for these reefs. Other stressors include climate change, even spray-on sunscreen. Experts say we can't wait to see if Mother Nature will repair this living reef.
If we still do nothing more than just wait and hope till it comes back, we'll probably end up with no corals in the next 50 to 100 years.
That's why Mote Marine Labs Executive Director Dr. David Vaughn is wasting no time. He's growing coral in these tanks and wants to replant 1 million of them before he retires.
We're literally bringing back a coral that would have taken 50 to 100 years to grow from the start. And we're doing that in just a couple of years.
Is it the answer to saving this dying priceless resource in the Florida Keys? Only time will tell. But to those who pour their heart and soul into this coral reef, the answer is loud and clear.
We really have to do everything we can to get the water quality right and do everything we can in terms of management to protect this resource.
Now, one thing Dr. LaPointe points out is that the Florida Keys are now on septic sewers and there's advanced wastewater plants down there. That has helped the water quality, but it's not enough. The replanting of coral is certainly a step in the right direction, but as Dr. LaPointe eloquently says, until they get a handle on the water quality down there, coral will not thrive.